This is a HeadGum podcast.
I knew the Golden Globes were coming up, but I had no fucking idea that they were today, so I'm, like, really excited.
You know, the awards, they just pop up on us randomly.
I just thought we were going to do this today, and then, like, I don't know what else we were planning on doing, but now I'm like, alright, do this, watch the Globes. I don't even know, like, who's nominated for anything.
I love that, you know, West Coast, you know, is on really early. That's
what is it, 5 p.m.?
Yeah, it's at 5.
Fuck yeah.
I am here for that.
That is one of the best parts about moving to the West Coast.
I would highly recommend just for that reason alone.
Just do it. This is Coffee with Crachel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris.
And today we are drinking a very important blend of coffee.
Yes, this has ties.
I love that you're using the Guy Fieri, like, chip clip.
Oh my god, yeah.
On this coffee.
This is fantastic. It's neon pink. It looks beautiful.
It's very like Ed Hardy meets culinary genius.
So we got this blend actually from two different people. We got it from Hannah and Nicole.
So thanks.
Thank
Great
you very
minds think
much.
alike, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a Boca Javas Welcome to Stars Hollow blend. Mm-hmm. It's Autumn Festival. There's like 17,000 different names for this.
Apparently there's different ones.
Okay.
There's like a Luke Steiner one, and there's like, I don't know what else, but
I'd be interested.
Like the Autumn Festival, what if there's like the Spring Fling or the Lazy, Hazy, Breezy Days of Summer? What if that was the whole coffee?
It says pumpkin spice and everything nice. Coffee with a sweet, enticing flavor of a heartfelt holiday favorite, pumpkin pie. So
I thought you were going to say a hearty pumpkin.
It's basically just pumpkin spice, but it's fucking good.
She's good.
Yeah. Haven't had pumpkin spice in a little bit, actually.
If this is what Stars Hollow tastes like, then I'm here for it.
Yeah. In between this and then my mom, like, when she sent over, like, a million bags of Wawa, she sent a pumpkin spice Wawa one as well. Like,
we're very East Coast with our coffee right now.
Yeah, Squeezy is trying to play with some crystals over there.
Like, yeah, Squeezy setting intention on them.
Yes, beautiful Squan. So I guess I'll do the coffee fact, you know, while we're in this area.
Give us the knowledge. We need to know.
So the term cup of joe. That's from the soldiers in World War II were known as G.I. Joes, and they drank a lot of coffee.
Interesting.
And so it just became a cup of joe.
It's that recent in our history that we say that. I've always thought it was like the age-old question.
I still get fucked up.
Who is Joe?
That we only added In God We Trust to our money in like the 60s.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
That always like throws me.
Why? How did that happen?
Because it was during the time when, ironically, we were afraid of communism from Russia. And so we added that on there to, like, you know, just be like a giant fuck you to
Meanwhile,
communism.
I read that there was a time in the last, like, month where Vladimir Putin was polling higher in, like, the Americans' like, public opinion than Obama.
Yeah.
Just let that fucking sink in. Like, people, I think, are genuinely like, Russia, whatever, bitch. They got those white Russian drinks. Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
They don't give a shit.
I just don't understand. Like, I was just thinking about it, like, sure, Obama maybe didn't get to do as much as he fucking wanted to, but it's not really his fault. It's, like, you know, just politics' fault. But, like, he did a lot.
There were so many things that he wanted to do that, like, the fucking House of Representatives and everything, like, didn't let him complete.
Yeah, so it's not completely his fault, but, like, you know, I don't know where people were saying that, like, we're worse off because, like, in the 8 years, we are, like, really lowered our unemployment rate.
Millions and millions. It was 2 million jobs were created in 2016 because of him.
Yeah, I feel like we started off in, like, getting close to, like, double-digit percentages for unemployment, and now we're at, like, 4 point something, I believe.
Yeah.
So, like, we're at that, like, the economy's doing good, you know, we have the healthcare and everything, like...
That they're trying to get rid of,
and, like,
but keep the best parts of it.
He took us from a recession that was the worst thing since the Great Depression, and then fucking brought us back up to a point where we're doing pretty okay.
What's wild to me is the people that voted for Trump because they were like, oh yeah, like we want him to change Obamacare or repeal it entirely, and now they're all complaining that they're going to lose their health coverage.
Yeah,
and I'm like, why the fuck did you do this to yourself?
Why would you want this to happen?
Like, that's probably one of the number one things I'm most nervous about. I don't know what he's going to do, but at the same time, I know it's going to take a very long time for him to get anything
And
finished.
he's not going to be able to, like, just completely throw it out, I don't think. Like, you know, after all of the time and resources that were spent on making that all up and setting up this whole infrastructure of shit, like... But, you know, let's not talk about fucking politics, because that's not what I'm here for today. Let's talk about the fact that Cars 3 is going to be about millennials.
Oh my god, stop!
Because this
Moving
really...
on to more pressing issues.
This really razzled my jimmies, let's just say.
Razzmatazz. Ashley.
Yeah, so I think now we have to. I've only seen Cars 1. You haven't seen any of them.
I don't even think Life is a Highway and I didn't drive there.
But I think now we have to watch them just so we can see Cars 3 because it's supposed to be about the fact that Lightning McQueen...
He's the old man.
He's the, like, the red car that's the fucking main star of the first two.
Classic
and, like,
red.
he's getting old. He has, like, a fucking accident. You know, that traumatic-ass fucking teaser.
Yeah.
Like... And now there's, like, some new dude in town who's voiced by Armie Hammer.
Shut the fuck up.
And he's, like, the hot millennial new car on the block that they described in quotes as, like, thinks the world is owed to him. Like,
typical millennials, like, entitled fuckos. They just want to be able to afford groceries and to maybe buy a house eventually. It's crazy.
I want to see this now just to shit on it, because I know it's going to be that stupid mentality about millennials.
Who tells us that we should go do it? Let's do it.
Who tells us that we should go do it?
I don't know. Squeezy just stuck his face into
a candle. He's fantastic.
Thank God. That's not lit, Squeezy.
He's lit.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I think we should go and see it. We don't really like to spend money on things that are not going to benefit us, but if we can get a podcast out of it, I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, there's only been one movie we walked out of so far, and it was The Amazing Spider-Man. So.
I walked out of The Mummy when I was little because I was too scared of those beetles.
Oh, that's different.
That is different.
Oh, those beetles, huh? Can't look at Brendan Fraser the same way after watching The Affair.
The Affair has completely ruined Brendan Fraser for me. Also, so the main guy on The Affair, Noah Soloway, that we...
Dominic West.
Yeah, we didn't even know his name. Know his name. We always say that we don't know how we would be able to watch anything else that he's been in because Noah Soloway is like, I can't fucking stand this character.
Yeah, and he's really good at acting his character.
So good. So we've been on a quest recently. This is something that we wanted to talk about today anyway, but we have like no shows that we're interested in starting up that we haven't already seen.
We've pretty much watched everything that we had an interest in.
Yeah, and
like
everything else is just like the Marvel stuff that I'm just like, there's so much happening there that I don't even know if I want to get involved. You know what I mean?
There's too much, and they're all interconnected, which is why I'm kind of sad to see that like Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be wrapped into it because like
when I saw it, was Tony Stark in that fucking trailer? Wasn't
No,
he?
that was for Spider-Man.
Oh yes, I don't know what's going on honestly.
Yeah.
There's so much crossover. I need a wiki. And it's
you need
too
like
much.
a college course on this shit right now.
Yeah, I'm fine without it.
But anyway, to get back to Dominic West, like finish that thought.
Right, so we're trying to find a fucking TV show that we're interested in, and everybody says The Wire is like one of the greatest television shows of all time, next to like The Sopranos and like, you know. And I've heard The Wire be tossed around a million times, and the premise of it all seems very interesting. We just never realized that it's the main star is Noah Soloway, aka Dominic West.
Yeah.
And so we watched like the first episode, and I was like, damn, this accent, because he does like a New York accent on The Affair.
Yeah.
And this, he's doing like a Baltimore, and like I'm not from Baltimore, so I don't really know.
All I know is like Pac, you know, like that's all I know. Like,
yeah, I don't know anything honestly, so it could be very accurate, it could not be, but whatever. Either way, I had no idea that he's actually English. What? That man is really good at playing an American. I would have never... You know how sometimes, like, even if their accent is good, just from, like, the way that they, like, carry themselves, you're like, that's definitely a British guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I get
no
you.
fucking idea.
I would have never guessed it in a million years.
He's a good actor. I'll give him that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's probably a really nice person. It's really just this character of Noah that has, like, soured me.
But hey, that's when you know they're a good actor. If you, like, really fucking, like, have this...
Umbrage.
Yeah. It's so good. But yeah, we're going to try and start The Wire because we've been looking around. A shameless plug. Amazon Video now has like all HBO shows like available for Prime basically.
Yeah.
So we finished watching Westworld, which...
I loved it.
Yeah, that was fantastic. And
people were telling me that like they couldn't get through it because it was so depressing, and I'm like, that's what I'm here for. Like, I like my shows to be really dark.
Dexter's if they didn't ruin it.
Oh, yeah. Dexter, I can't go back and watch just because I remember that LaGuardia literally meant nothing to them, even though she meant everything to me.
Every time when
There's so many other problems.
When we finish a show, we're like, oh, we should watch that. And then we're like, but wait, no, that's what we know how they end it. And then we're like, nah, we can't watch that knowing how it ends. Like
I could rewatch Lost any time of the day.
Yeah.
Mad Men, because that's always going to be like in a time capsule for me because it's just the 60s, so it doesn't it can't age, like it's perfect.
Yes.
Breaking Bad we have not watched twice, and I would like to, but I just know that like I get very squeamish about like the first season because I'm not like into like all the drug use, honestly.
Yeah, it just like kind of sucks.
But like at least that one it makes sense. Like when he was doing so many drugs in Mr. Robot, I was just annoyed. I was like, why?
Yeah.
Can we not deal with this? Because Breaking Bad, you're like, all right, I'm signing up to watch a show about drugs.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
And we haven't watched Narcos, which a lot of people tell us to watch. I just don't know if I want to watch an entire show about cocaine. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but, like, I just hate cocaine so much that I'm like, I don't know if I really want to fucking watch this.
Yeah, we finished Downton Abbey, and then we watched Westworld, which is only one season of, so it's not, like, that much to catch up on.
Downton Abbey left a hole in my heart.
Yeah, that was another one of those shows that's just, like, it's timeless because it's a fucking period.
I think we should watch Masters of Sex, honestly.
Oh, yeah, that's
because that's another period one that we just, like, haven't done, and we hear it's very good.
Yeah.
And it's up my alley, I feel.
One thing that we did try to watch was The Magicians. Well,
I was fucking told on, like, I was reading different reviews of it and everything, and everyone was saying that it was, you know, basically the CW vibe for Harry Potter, but less about being in school and learning, but it's taking place, like, at a wizarding school, and there's, like, just, like, a similar vibe, and I was like, okay, let's give it a shot. It's getting good reviews.
The first season was on Netflix, so we were like, okay.
Yeah. It's a sci-fi show, right?
Yeah, sci-fi.
Who knew sci-fi was such a trash network? Like, their shows are so bad.
Yeah.
They're all...
I mean, they're the ones that brought us the joy that is Sharknado. So, I mean...
It's like, why are their graphics so bad when they're the sci-fi channel?
I know.
They should be better at graphics.
I don't know why sci-fi can't do, like, really good, like, graphics, I'd say. Like...
I don't know what's happening over there. But it's a show that's based off a book. So, when you're watching this show... I can tell that, like, the book would probably be a lot better, and a lot of things would be explained, because I just remember watching the Harry Potter movies without reading it, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this bird crying?
This first episode was probably, like, 7 chapters of this book where they give you exposition and, like, world building and stuff like that.
So I feel bad for the people that read the book that loved it, because I'm sure they're probably like... ew. Or they like it because they get where it's supposed to be. Because, you know, a lot of people still love the Harry Potter movies, even though they're cut a lot of the book out.
Yeah.
But they still do a pretty damn good job. Like, there's been book-to-movie adaptations that have been so terrible. Like, let's not even go there.
But, yeah, so we've just kind of been, like, moving around and trying to find a new thing to start. We don't really feel like doing Game of Thrones.
Because we got, like, 3 seasons in, and I just don't know if I want to commit to the rest of it, but I know people want us to. I don't know, man. And, like, there's other shows that I'm interested in for certain reasons. Like, I kind of want to watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend just for the bi-representation, but, like, that's not the vibe of a show I'm trying to watch. Like, I want another, like, drama. Like, something dark.
Something to make me think.
And,
fucked up,
it's going to have me asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Something that I can speculate about. Like, that's why I liked Westworld, but it was too short, you know?
Westworld was fucking
Stranger
fantastic.
Things, stuff like that.
I saw that Westworld was, like, they said that, like, it could be 2017 that it comes back, not 2018. Like,
I hope so.
I guess it's just basically based off of, like, how popular and how much, like, apparently it takes a lot to film that show.
Well,
so, like,
I bet.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. Sci-Fi should honestly hire whoever did the graphics for them. Because it was fucking beautiful. Oh my god. If you guys haven't watched it yet, like, it definitely lives up to its hype. Like, that's the thing. That I have not been disappointed by a lot of things that had a huge hype train recently.
Yeah.
Stranger Things, Westworld. Okay, those are the only two things.
Yeah, that's the 2 things I can
but,
think
like,
of.
usually I'm like, I don't know. And it's not, like, as good as I thought, you know?
I like to wait it out a little bit because we were, like, people were talking really highly about the OA, and then, like,
a week later, people were like, yeah, actually gets really bad after the first episode.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I don't know what to do with that one. But I kind of want to watch it because it still seems interesting. And
who
I don't know.
knows? We're just in a show hole. I just think of that fucking commercial. You know what I mean?
So if you guys have any recommendations, going off of our favorite shows, which are like Mad Men, Lost, Westworld, I would honestly put up there. Stranger Things, Gilmore Girls is like totally not like anything else we watch.
Yeah, like there's comedies too that we're not like trying to find a comedy right now because like we were like, maybe we should actually see why the fuck Veep has 7,000 awards and like watch that.
I just don't know, or like I've never even seen 30 Rock.
Yeah,
but I don't know if I want to do it
because like we like that 70s show and Parks and Rec. Yeah, Parks and Rec.
I know.
That's
another
classic.
one I'll be able to rewatch.
People
forever.
were watching that in the office the other day. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, just playing.
Well,
clips.
they're catching up because 2017 was like the last year that they had on that show.
Oh my god, really?
There's things that they're predicting that are.
I love that.
You know, it would be funny to watch that again, and I can always be down for that 70s show. It's kind of like Mad Men.
Just get John
just
Hamm,
because it's a period, you know, and that. Yeah.
Just get John Hamm to be on like a Parks and Rec like reboot, you know,
because he was on Kimmy Schmidt for like a hot minute. I need more John Hamm in comedy roles. Okay?
Exactly.
That's what I want. I need like just a comedy show that's starring him and like who's like the funniest woman we know. I mean, fuck.
I don't know.
There's so
many
like
if it was Amy Poehler, like honestly, I'd love that.
Well,
like,
they're good friends, I believe.
Yeah.
So that'd be funny.
Instead, John Hamm's got like this fucking like action movie, like a comedy action movie that's
really?
out or was coming out. I don't fucking know. It's like him, like there's like this family that moves in next door to like a Secret Service family. He's like the Secret Service man and he's married to like a Secret Service woman and they like wrap up their neighbors in like some big old plot and like so he's just like this like
it's supposed to be a comedy though?
Yeah, it's like the other family that moves in, they're like really like dowdy and gullible and stuff, and so you know what I mean.
I guess I'd have to see the trailer of it. Honestly,
it didn't look like it was going to be a very good movie. Hey, Coffee Pot, how you doing?
That bingo board, you know.
What?
Someone should make an updated Coffee with Rachel bingo board. It's like,
oh my god, I remember that.
I can't think of like what we've been doing lately. That's annoying, but we should do it.
That and then there was also that quiz.
Oh yeah, that was on my like not Time Hopper, like whatever it reminded me of because
Facebook.
Yeah, and I saw that and I was like, I should retake.
Oh my god, throwback to Time Hop. I haven't had that downloaded in forever.
That app just stressed me out. I was like, I don't need this.
Yeah, I don't need to be looking in the past. I want to look towards the future.
Yo, well, to that vein, something that I'm doing this year and that I've done for 2017's only been like a week so far. So woo.
Speaking of which, if you hear me, I'm just sorry to interrupt, but if you hear me sniffling or anything, it's because I'm fucking sick right now, or at least halfway on my way. I don't know what my body's doing, but it could just stop.
Yeah, it could fuck off, and hopefully it doesn't come to me.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to. But yeah, so something that I've been looking to practice in 2017 is not creeping on people that like either wronged you don't like, you're not friends with anymore, family members, like just people that are part of your past, essentially. Like,
it's so easy to be like people that have wronged you or like you had a falling out with or something
you just
like
don't
that.
like, you know?
Yeah, to just creep on them.
And be like, haha, look at them, they went to Burger King. Yeah. I don't know.
But then like you start just like subconsciously like comparing yourself,
your life to, and it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you could have a lot more productive time than doing that kind of thing. So I do that too, and like I'm cutting down as well.
Yeah, and so I would just recommend, like, especially because like there's a whole thing where like you keep following people that like you don't like.
Yeah,
you don't have to. If you don't want them to know, you can always mute. I have so many people muted that I don't feel comfortable, like, unfollowing, I guess, fully. And that's just, like, because, like, I'm technically still a part of, like, the whole, like, social media, like, industry. And so part of it is almost, like, coworkers. And it just, like, you know, whatever. But at the same time, like, stop filling your feed with people that piss you off.
You
like,
know,
you don't need to do that.
YouTubers say all the time, like, you know, if you don't like what I show you or whatever, like you don't
unsubscribe or whatever.
Unsubscribe, you don't have to watch this stuff, and like it's basically kind of that mentality. Like,
yeah, like there's people on YouTube that like, you know, I watch and I don't like their videos, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, what am I doing? Why would I go out of my way to like, oh my god, like some of these like anti-feminist videos and stuff, like you get yourself in a hole and you're like, why am I even here? This isn't worth my time. Why am I giving them money also?
That's a little different because it could be like, you know, you're kind of getting what the other side thinks.
I know. I'm not here to be like, oh my god, live yourself in a fucking An echo chamba. But, like, at the same time, you can also take the care to even just make, like, a Twitter list of people that, you know, you do really enjoy following, just so that you can look at that. Because, like, your social media feeds don't have to just be other people with, like, hateful opinions about the way that you live your life just for the sake of not being in an echo chamber. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I take the time to read the news, and some of the news that I'm reading is from conservative outlets, and I like to read it because I'm like, what are they being fed over here? Like, what is Fox News telling everyone, you know? And I like to see it, but, like, it's not the same as, like, me following on Twitter someone that, you know, hates gay people. Like, I don't need that, you know? That's not living in an echo chamber. That's literally me being like, I don't need that in my life.
So we're just kind of, like, trying to not make some positive changes, you know, not fill with, like, doing things that are, like, have negative associations.
There's nothing good about doing that. That's literally, like, a bad habit. Like, spend that time reading a chapter of a book that you like, or doing a hobby or a craft. That's another thing I'm trying to do more, is, like, I feel guilty when I do crafts or hobbies or anything that I'm passionate about, playing guitar, like just singing, because I'm like, I can't earn money off of this shit. Like, it's not benefiting me financially, but, like, you need to spend time on your passions and your hobbies, even if they are things that are just, like, stuff you enjoy and there's no other use for them.
But in a way, like, it does, in a roundabout way, like, help you, like, financially, or what, like, through helping you through, like, your things that you need to do in life, because, like, it's making you happy.
And then I'm not spending my money on food.
Well, that too.
That
but then, like,
need.
When you're happier, then, like, you're more motivated to get things done. So, like, you know,
that's
you need
true.
to have the time to, like, just go into the things that you like, you know.
Like, my full day feels great when I, like, go to work, and then when I'm done, I can do one of my hobbies. And then I'm like, wow, I had time to read, I had time to do a little Palmer Clay action, I had a little time to play guitar or something, play Sims, or a video game or whatever, and I'd worked or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, like, you need to have a more well-balanced day, and I haven't done that since, like, college kind of fucked that up for me, because you don't have time for hobbies in college.
Yeah. I'm kind of the trying to do the whole work to live, not live to work mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I'm finding that, like, it is important to be passionate about what you work doing.
Yeah, like, my job right now, I enjoy it. Like, it's a good job. Like, I enjoy it, but I'm trying to not, like, just
get all of your jollies from work.
Live to work. Like, I want to, you know, have my passions and stuff like that. That's why I'm always kind of, like,
I like now that, like, I'm not doing YouTube, that I have separate passions that have nothing to do with my job.
Yeah.
Because I feel like YouTube was kind of like the passion that was the job, and you're talking about things you're passionate about, and then ultimately it sucked the happiness out of it for me, because it was like all of my passion was my work, and then I just wasn't enjoying it.
I don't know if it would actually end up being this way or not, but, like, I was thinking about, like, I want to go back to school, get, like, computer programming degree, whatever, and then, like,
I do too.
It'd be so cool to, like, make video games, but then I'm like, but do I want to do that? Do I want to make that, like, my job? But I also feel like if it was video games, like, if I was making them, like, it wouldn't kill that thing for me, you know what I mean? Like,
and if I ever do plan to open up an Etsy store where I am selling some of the art that I'm making, like, I can't imagine, it's different, because you're making what you want to make, and you're listing it, and you're making the video game that you want to play, and you're putting it out there. So, but damn, making a video game would probably be really stressful.
That another whole reason why I wouldn't want to do that is because they get worked ridiculous hours, like, it's fucking, like, to the bone kind of fucking
to
work.
my bone, bitch. But yeah, I don't know, I just think, like, you gotta spend more time doing your, like, that's the self-care that I care about. Not like, oh, drink peppermint tea. Like, I mean, yeah, if it helps you out. Like, yeah. But, like, also self-care is getting out of bed, putting on clothing so you feel put together, making sure you wash yourself when you're getting to that point where, like, you're so depressed that you're not showering. Like, have that shower. Take the time to do a task or a hobby or a passion that brings you joy, that you can focus your mind on. Like, reading, like, you know, reading for me literally saved my life when I was still living at home. And that's why I have such a like, why I'm so upset about not being able to get my books, honestly, because they were so important to me. They were, like, my most prized possession
and
ever.
Now, that's why, like, one of the things I want to do really soon, actually, is, like, we're going to get a bookshelf. So that way...
Because our bookshelf right now is not a real bookshelf.
Yeah, and one, it's just annoying the books fall off of it all the time. But two, like, I want to have a bookshelf. It's, like, a goal. Fill this up with books. That's the one thing I'll still buy physical. I'm not buying fucking digital e-books because
they hurt my eyes. I don't care.
And I just like the physical goddamn books, but like just to fill that up, get a big collection again, like that would just be really, really nice.
And like right now I'm just loving reading so much again, and it, you know, had been something that I loved so much growing up, and then college happened and I just like didn't have the time for it anymore, and now I'm back in it and I'm like, yes.
Obviously, like just with
it's
life.
Great to get your mind off your life to get in somebody else's. You know, Harry Potter's life arguably sucks a lot more than mine. Okay? Like, let's be fucking honest. So, it's great.
We don't have, like, as much time to read as, you know, we did as kids. But, like, you know, it's still nice.
Weekends, bitch.
Yeah, and, like, we've been doing every single night before bed, which is, like, what we both used to do as kids.
Except I would be up until, like, 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
Because I'd finish the whole book in one day. Yeah. It's been great, you know? I highly recommend it. I don't, like, every time, like, someone would tell me growing up, like, that they didn't like reading, I just could not get it. I'm like, why, though? It's just so great, and there's, like, unlimited things that you can learn and experience. It's just, I mean, video games, like, I used to be like, oh my god, you play video games, but you don't read. But now I'm understanding that video games can be as, you know, world building as a book can be.
Yeah,
because there's storylines and everything. I'm not here telling you that, like, Call of Duty is equivalent to reading a good book.
No, Call of Duty is like, you know...
like a story game.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But yeah.
Well, I guess with that, let's get into some questions.
Yeah.
But before we do, let's talk a little bit about today's sponsor.
Yeah, so we are sponsored today by HelloFresh, which is a food meal prep delivery service where they send you different recipes and all of the ingredients to make the different recipes, and it's supposed to be for like beginners, or you're like having someone over as like a date and you want to like whip up something fancy and be like, look at this shallot, bitch, you know?
Yeah, it's really, really nice because, like, one, you get things delivered to your door. Two, you get some new recipes. Like, you get a card that's got all the steps, all the things that you need to do, and so
then you can just keep that in your
they're
pantry.
Nice little, like, thick stock cards that, like, you can just keep a whole new book of recipes. And it's also like you get just the perfect amount of ingredients that you need. There's also, like, so you can have, like, the regular box that's to 2 people, basically, or there's family boxes that are more for, like, 4 people.
Yeah, and when we did it, we did the vegetarian recipes only.
Yeah.
And they were really good.
Yeah, they were really fucking great. I think I don't remember which recipe it was, but we've made some of them again after the fact. Like,
yeah, definitely that, like, pasta salad that had... Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, that was really fucking great.
But yeah, it's just a cool service.
So as always, we've got a great deal for you guys, so you can try out HelloFresh for yourself. So if you go to HelloFresh.com and you use the code CWC35, that's like the number 35, not spelled out, you get $35 off of your first week of deliveries.
Lit.
So it's definitely something we highly recommend. I would definitely continue.
It's just cool, like, if you're having people stay over, you could literally just get it for that week and be like, look at how great of a chef I am.
Yeah, if you want to just learn a random new recipe, kind of get, like, a surprise in your life, like, ooh, what's this going to be? Not think about what meal you're going to make tonight because you got a box waiting for you at home. It's a great thing. So, again, just go to HelloFresh.com and use code CWC35 for $35 off your first week of deliveries. Okay, binches, bencharoonies, boppos, whatever we want to call you. That's the Patreon benches at patreon.com/CoffeeWithChrachel if you want to help support the show. But you guys get the first question privilege. And so first one's from Sylvia, who said, hey, Chris and Rachel. I don't know. Hey, what did I do? Do you two have a meal prep day during the week? And yeah, we definitely, we don't have like a set day. Like, it's like we're trying to have like Mondays. Let's do meal preps on that day. But we kind of just pick one day where we're basically chopping vegetables. That's the main thing. Cooking
things like quinoa, rice, pasta, you know, anything like that takes time.
Yeah, but it's usually
making anything in the crock pot.
Yeah. If Crock-Pot would
get a fucking Crock-Pot, honestly.
Yeah, and then you just have the leftovers.
Shit. I low-key want, like, a rice cooker, but... Oh, someone was telling me that there's a way that you can cook lentils very fast using one of those digital, like, pressure cookers. Ooh. And you can get one on, like, Amazon or something, so I'm like...
Just all of the kitchen gadgets. Just want every single one of them.
I'm gonna be the gray image in a infomercial for, like, a Magic Bullet where I have all the appliances.
Hoarder's Kitchen Appliance Edition.
I know. We really have, like, none, but, like, it's fine.
Alicia has asked, yo, if you could be any sea creature, what would you be and why? They said real or mythological.
Oh my god. Well, a mermaid if we're going mythological. Let's be real.
Siren.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to kill men. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god, but apparently they're coming out with like a movie that's like a mermaid that like is like that. You know what I mean? Like a dark
I love
siren
the
movie.
Siren kind of shit going on right now.
I'm so here for it.
Yeah.
But I would say I would love to be a beautiful barnacle. Just on the side of a rock, just chilling.
I want to be, I would say, just like a nautilus, just tooting my way through the water, bouncing off things. Like,
I love nautili.
Nautilus.
Don't lie. Nautili.
Ew, stop. Get out of here.
I know.
And Sabrina has asked, are there any mental health books, shows, documentaries, or podcasts you would recommend to someone struggling with depression?
Is it bad that I don't have any that I listen to or anything?
I don't think it is, you know?
I haven't watched any documentaries. I mean, if anything, I would say the only thing that comes to mind is Katie Morton's YouTube channel because she's an actual professional therapist.
Yeah.
And she's not, like, going to tell you how to, like, you know,
she's
not
kind of
be
like
depressed.
Debunking myths about therapy.
It's very
and stuff
educational.
Like
it's like, here's a very plain... Oh my god, Siri thinks I'm talking to her right now. It's a
Siri,
very plain, like, educational look at, like, okay, so here's, like, a disorder, here's the explanation for it, and, like, etc. And also, like, how to tell, like, if you're having a bad therapist, and, like, just things like that. Like, I really like her channel for being an educational source for mental health, but, like, she's not out here trying to give you advice on things.
Advice.
Because, honestly, I just wouldn't recommend... Like, even, like, that's why I feel sometimes uncomfortable, like, answering questions about, like, because, you know, you guys know that I suffer with PTSD and depression and anxiety, and, like, I even feel uncomfortable talking about it at times, not because I don't want to share, but because my experience is so different from other people's, because we're all different, and I'm not a fucking professional, and I have no, like, reason to give advice because I've experienced something. Like, I can talk about it on my personal experience, and you can just take anything of what I'm saying, and, like, if you can relate to certain things, and, like, that's cool, but
obviously
I can't tell you how to treat it because I'm not your doctor and I'm not your therapist.
That's the number one thing. It's just like, we'll always say in any situation, any question that we ever answer about any sort of, like, mental illness is like, you know, if you can see a therapist, because
then do it.
We don't want to give you any information.
It can be dangerous, and that's why, like, I probably don't listen to a lot of things, podcasts or otherwise. I mean, I'm sure there are podcasts out there that are from professionals, so maybe I should be looking into them, but, like...
I'm not talking about, like, things that are, like, you know, ASMR or something like that. It's things that, like, are calming or, like... there's probably, like, soothing podcasts or, like, things like that. You know, that's different.
That's different. This is, like, I'm talking about, like, people telling you, like, how to treat mental health problems. Like, I don't know if I would really trust a lot of, like, just random people online, like, unless they have, like, a medical, like, professional background.
Which is Katie Morton. She does.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm into. I haven't really read a self-help book in a very long time. I think, like, I get the whole idea of self-help books, but I find that, like, if I'm going to read a book, I'd rather, like, get my mind off my problems and read about something else like that and get the help from the professional and not, like, the person telling me, like, how to just... live my life. I don't know.
It's just such a personal thing that literally in this type of case, it's not like having a broken leg where, like, you can be fucking
You can WebMD that bitch.
Yeah,
and you kind of know.
Everybody's brain is different. Everybody's life is different. Experiences are different.
Yeah.
So it's going to affect people in different ways, which is why I guess it's probably so hard for a lot of people to comprehend sometimes, like, what's really going on with anxiety and depression, because, like, it could be manifest differently. It could
come from different places.
Yeah, it's like it's very just
because I'm always
complex.
recommended like subreddits for people with parents that or upbringing similar to mine, and I guess I just never go there, and I don't know why it is, because I genuinely don't have any friends in my personal life that don't speak to their family members and, you know, have been abused or anything. So I'm like, maybe I should be kind of involving myself in more like groups like this, but I don't know why. I just don't. I just go to my therapist. I don't know. That's just what has been working for me. And it's what I feel the most comfortable doing, you know? Okay, so I have a question that kind of ties in, but it's, Rachel, what helps you when you're feeling really depressed? I live alone, and with the business of the holidays over, my depression has gotten terrible lately. So, yeah, I might not be, like, listening to, like, you know, different podcasts and stuff and, like, taking advice from other people, but, like, here's some things that I like to do to relax and give myself, you know, like, a little bit of care. Yes. So obviously, like we talked about earlier, getting into a passion or a hobby and just like diving in there, whether it's reading, doing art, playing a video game that you love, watching a movie or TV show that you love, like any of those things that like does bring you genuine joy and happiness, like just getting lost in that activity is like the number one thing that I do when I'm feeling like really low. But sometimes you don't even have the motivation to do that, like, and I totally get that. And so in that case, the number one thing that I do is I call a friend. Like, obviously I talk to Chris about everything, but like sometimes it helps to get like even another person's perspective that like isn't so fucking like you're such a big partner in this whole life thing that we're doing here.
This crazy thing we call life.
So I like to just call a friend, and I know like a lot of people like would assume that like, you know, introverted and anxious, like I don't like being on the phone. I actually love being on the phone. It's
like the wildest thing, and I always tell you, it's like,
because you struggle being on the phone,
and honestly
most people do,
and so like in the professional world, having the ability to speak on the phone and like do it well as like giving presentations, speaking in front of people, like that is such a that's
he's
like
choked
such
up because he can't comprehend
that's
how you
such
could do that.
a good skill to have. Like,
but I just like being on the phone because like a lot of my friends live far away, and so just being on the phone with someone and like just being able to like, I have this one friend, and what we do is like we'll get on the phone, we talk to each other like maybe like once a month, you know,
once a month,
and we like live our lives, and like we text here and there, but like on the phone we'll get on and like we'll start with like whoever like called who first, and we just talk about like what's been going on in our lives, and then like the other person's like giving each other advice, and then we're like, all right, so what's been going on in your life, and then they do it. And it's like just really therapeutic every like once in a while to like just I love, you know, of course she's a friend of mine, so I like to hear like what's been going on, but it's just nice and it's very equal, and it's important to me to like have those phone conversations, especially when you're not seeing these people all the time, and like it might be nice to get some perspective from someone that's not like so in the situation.
It's always just like
always makes me feel better,
you know, getting an outside perspective, getting to somebody else's, they could have a different view on a situation, different eyes on it, like maybe have different advice than what other people have given you. So,
and I'm sure like for a lot of people that's like calling a family member, so like, you know, do that too.
Whatever you got, you know?
Okay, so I have another one here, and it says, if you were in the Harry Potter cinematic universe, TM, what would you and the chunks be? Muggle, squib, wizard, magical creature, etc.
Well, let's do the cats first. The Chunkos.
Squeezy's a fucking hippogriff. We've already covered
that one.
You
gotta fucking bow to him. You have to have his permission to touch him.
Like, he's just... that is a character written for him, like, honestly.
Yeah, really is.
Now, Lila could either still be a snowy owl,
Classics.
Or, I'm thinking now that I'm at this point in the books, a pygmy puff.
Yeah?
She could be a puff.
Yeah, she is a puff. She's very puffy.
Or she's a Vila.
Oh my god.
Reasoning? Because, like, aren't you just, like, naturally, like, attracted to them, and, like, you just, like, love to be around them, and they make you feel happy?
Or, not attacks, it affects men. But, like, yeah.
Well, regardless of that stupid, useless gendering, JK, it could just be, like, because when I see Lila and she's doing something cute, I, like, have to hang out with her. You know what I mean? And I feel very happy around her. So, like, I get that vibe.
Yeah, so I would probably pick Hedwig, though, Snowy Owl, as, like, the top one. Because Hedwig's got a lot of emotions, you know, shows a lot of emotes. As for us...
God, what the fuck? I'm not a squib. Fuck off.
No, I don't want to be a squib. That's lame-o.
I mean, like, no, not to drag the squibs out there, you know. But I don't know what I would be, but I thought that I would be good at potions.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm a wizard, bitch.
It's just like a potions...
Specialist?
Sure.
Bench? Maybe I make potions and, like, I have a potion store and you come in.
You always said you wanted to be a perfume chemist, so there you go.
Yo, that's true. And also, I'm really good at reading recipes. Like, all these people fucking up in potions class, I'm, like, confused. I'm like, it literally tells you right there, swirl it twice counterclockwise. Like, just do it. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm very good at reading a recipe.
It's like baking a cake, you know?
Yeah. You gotta have those weights. You gotta have those weighted measurements.
And I guess I'd say that I'd probably be some, like, nerdy-ass fuck that's, like, doing, like, theory, arithmancy, like...
Oh, is that what that one is?
No, it's, like, kind of like math, but, like...
Oh,
yeah, you know, I'd be some fucking lame-ass wizard doing that kind of shit.
I'm glad that they don't really show Hermione going to that class, because I'm not here for it. I'm not interested.
I'm here for divination, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
What would your ultimate date night be? Like, a dream date?
Oh, if we could do anything?
If we could, like... go crazy on, like, spending whatever we want to do, whatever the fuck we wanted to do.
I'd go to, like, the craziest aquarium in the world.
Yeah.
That also had, like, the history of weather museum. we do something like that.
And then, you know, have a lit dinner. And then, probably...
buy a couple books.
Yeah. And
get coffee in there. We're so lame. Yeah, like, we don't really... Go to Vegas. No, I don't know.
But how about, like, just, like, now in
what we
general?
would do usually?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Probably just, like, literally go to a local aquarium.
Yeah.
Have a local dinner that might have, like, a nice view. You know, we're all about that.
I'm into, like, the dinners and the coffees.
Yeah. We love food, and anytime that we get to eat special food is a special time.
Yeah. Obviously, like, we go to movies and stuff like that, too, but I don't really
it's not
like
really
to...
a date.
Yeah, I don't like to do that as a date, because you don't get to fucking hang out with the person. Like, you're just watching a movie together.
Honestly, my favorite things that we do, and I don't know if you would consider them dates, but, like, I do, is whenever we cook together. Yeah. Because I love cooking. Like, I love cooking dates. With you. Yeah, they're fun. It's a good time.
Except pancakes.
Except for pancakes.
Can do pancakes.
We fight. So don't do that. Have you lost weight since starting a vegan lifestyle? I've recently started and I've yet to check my weight, but I feel much healthier and hopefully look healthier as well. Well, I don't weigh myself. I don't have, like, a scale or anything.
Yeah, we don't weigh ourselves, but...
I was telling Chris the other day that I thought my cheekbones looked a little bit more defined. Like, my face is, like, getting a little bit thinner or something. And I think it's not so much... the vegan food, but I mean, though, our food is, like, pretty good, except for when we get, like, wayward. Yeah. Whatever. But, like, we were getting takeout so much, and we would get, like, pizza with lots of cheese, or calzones, or, like, meaty sandwiches, and, like, all these things. And
really just having the reduced amount of places that we can get takeout from instead just makes us not want to get that as much, and then we're like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, like, literally finding out that lactose was killing me. You know,
did a lot of things.
It changed my whole life. So now I can't eat half the things that I would eat, and then I would feel shitty afterwards. And I was like, well, whatever. It was tasty. Now I like feel like okay, because like the other day, oh my god, I accidentally fucking had dairy, and it wasn't like the worst because I didn't have like as much, and it wasn't like ice cream or something. It was like in a cake, and so I was like, okay, like. I didn't realize there was dairy in it, whatever, and then I was, like, in the bathroom for several hours, and, like, it's just the pain and the nausea that you get from the stomach aches. Oh, my God, I had some random person on Twitter, like, drag me. They were like, well, I never experienced nausea, so you obviously don't have this. And I was like, listen, what is happening right now? Like, someone literally got upset that I was nauseous, and I was like, let's take a step back.
Let's, realize what we're getting angry about.
I think they thought that, like, it was because they were like, oh, well, of course you're... sensitive to dairy now that since you've gone vegan. I was like, no, it's literally been there this whole time. We went vegan because I was sensitive to dairy. Like, that's the point, binge. Just talk to my doctor, like, and shut up.
Let's just, 2017, stay out of people's health.
Like, I'm at the point where I'm just, like, so tired. I'm like, I don't need this. Like, I can just talk to my primary care and not this person on Twitter. Like,
exactly.
But anyway, so... because of the whole dairy aversion, now I can't eat all of these very unhealthy things. So I feel like I'm just losing weight because of the lack of takeout options I have.
Yeah.
But, it's fine. It's good to know that, like, at least our diet isn't making us gain weight, because I know a lot of people, when they first go vegan, they have a lot of, like, the processed food that is easy to make, that's, like, pre-made, and we definitely have those, like, every once in a while.
Yeah, we try really hard, though, to, like, just do things.
We cook a lot, and, like, we have leftovers. Like, the meal prep is essential if you're trying to have this be your diet and not want to, like, have the convenience of just getting something, like, really processed. Because, like, the processed food, vegan or not, is the thing that's going to fuck you in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, like, one thing that's, like, really simple that you can do, at least I feel, is pasta sauces. Because obviously vegans eating a lot of fucking pasta, because that's one thing we can have.
And I don't feel guilty eating my wheat pasta with my fucking tomato sauce. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, but, like,
carbs are not scary. Like,
we buy just cans of tomato sauce, and then we add a couple spices to them instead of getting a bottled tomato sauce.
Don't talk to me about bottled tomato sauce. There's so much sugar in it. You don't need that. It takes like 15 minutes to make a sauce. In the time
that your pasta is boiling, you can make up the sauce as
and
well.
It's fine, and it's better.
Yeah.
Do it. No jarred pasta sauce 2017.
If you literally just take
it's cheaper to get a can and add fucking garlic and seasonings to it.
Yeah, you put, like, garlic, basil, salt, and pepper into a can of fucking tomato sauce. That's golden.
Red chili flake.
Yeah.
Some mushrooms if you like them.
So you can get really crazy with it. Like,
yeah, you can literally add whatever the fuck you want. When does Grey's Anatomy start getting shitty? I just started watching it this week and I'm already emotionally invested. It's like... Okay, I remember I got really upset after something that happens in season 5... But season 6 and I don't remember season 6 at all, actually. But 7 was good.
I feel like it's like after 7 is when the train starts leaving the tracks.
Yeah, like there's some hiccups, but like post 7 and 8, it's like it's starting to be.
When you get to the double digits, then you know you're in crap land.
Yeah, but at that point, you'll be invested in the characters like me, the ones that are left, and you'll just keep going. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep watching until it's over, and then I'm going to watch the whole thing in its entirety.
The show's never going to end, and like it's just going to keep going. Eventually, like Grey will not be on
a
there.
droid.
Yeah.
It'll turn into like Westworld a little.
Oh my god, that'd be so great. What's the longest you've ever stayed awake? My record is 53 hours.
I don't know.
I feel like it's definitely not been 53 hours.
It's been like 48.
Yeah, I've been something crazy like that. We did a lot of, do not recommend this, like, what do we call them? I'm thinking no sleep nights, but what?
All-nighters!
All-nighters, like, no sleep
no
nights.
Sleepies.
No sleepies. We did a lot of all-nighters in college. Do not recommend. But that was usually because, like, we fucked up our sleeping schedule. We're like, we need to get back on track, so we're just not going to fucking sleep. Terrible idea.
Yeah, I'm not here for that.
But definitely probably, like, 48 hours.
Yeah, I wish I knew. Like, I wish I had, once again, stats. What's the longest I've gone without sleep? How many hours have I sleep total?
How many sleeps have I had?
Yeah.
How many...
I've been sleeping like shit this past week. This whole week has sucked.
This whole
I've been
week
having like
terrible.
night terrors and shit. Like, honestly, Chris woke up randomly with a migraine the other night. And like,
God.
You were just eating saltines silently.
No, it was... I said, imagine this, me at 4 o'clock in the morning, groggily with a migraine, eating a banana in the dark in my underwear.
So like, that you could take medicine?
Yeah, so I could take headache medicine. Like, that is a vibe right there. That it was my 2017 so far.
Like, I don't know what's been going on, because I've been, like, fine in other aspects, and, like, the nightmares that I've been having have nothing to do with, like, television and stuff.
It's
like,
just, like, your PTSD being like, hey,
fuck you. A lot of it comes out in my sleep, and I have really vivid memories of all... it's so fucking annoying. It's like, I like that I can remember my dreams, because most people can't, and I'm like, fuck you. But it can also play me.
It can bite you in the butt. What are some of your favorite documentaries besides Fed Up? I watched a tiny house doc called Small is Beautiful on Netflix, and I thought you might like it too. It sounds like it's probably like a tiny homes type thing, minimalism type thing, which...
Food Inc. classic.
Yes, classics.
Made me like not want to ever eat takeout fast food again.
I would say my favorite is probably still An Inconvenient Truth, because I liked it because it was literally just like Al Gore on a fucking stage. Like, it was like basically like a TED Talk. Yeah, but he had a really interactive, like, presentation, and that was, like, I feel like when climate change was first really brought to, like, mainstream media.
Yeah.
Like, even though it's been going on for fucking forever, but, like, let's not get into that.
He got so much shit for that, too, because nobody believed him.
Yeah.
He must be, like, so frazzled right now. Even though people still don't believe.
Yeah.
Don't even get us started.
Don't get me fucking started.
I actually have not seen An Inconvenient Truth. Maybe we should watch it.
Oh my god,
Probably piss me off.
It's like, it's really just like, since it's just him on a stage and he's got like a giant screen behind him, it's just like facts, charts, data,
good, I'm
shit.
here.
Like,
I watched, one of my last comm classes that I took in college was literally just watching whatever documentaries they had on Netflix and discussing them. So I saw a bunch that I really liked. I wish I could remember all of their titles. Ai Weiwei, I really liked. There was another one that was like, it was... like Meet the Friedmans or something, and it was like just dark. It wasn't like necessarily like life changing, but I like watching the ones that are almost like true crime. Like, would you consider The Jinx to be a documentary?
Yeah, I would. Also, the
one about the O.J. Simpson trial was good too.
That was ESPN, which is like wild.
I know. I couldn't believe you were watching something from ESPN.
Also, fuck. It was on Netflix. Hot Girls Wanted about the porn industry. That was the
one that what's her face? Yeah, Rashida Jones made. That was a really eye-opening one as well.
I mean, I pretty much like knew what was going to be talked about, but
like,
it
was really good. And Blackfish, even though I know that there's like some controversy with some of the things being like exaggerated, like that's a good documentary to watch in general. Mm-hmm. And Tillicum.
Whenever we talk about documentaries, I think of my sophomore year roommate in college.
He was obsessed with watching them like really late at night.
Yeah, he would come home from his frat at like 3 a.m. and like watch documentaries on full volume. And there's like one documentary about fracking that I could just never watch now, probably because like it was the one that he watched like a million times.
Now that I think about it, like I didn't know what the fuck fracking was when he was watching that. And
and he was binging 30 Rock, and that's why like I had a stigma against that too.
Yeah, and The Office, because our roommate in our first apartment, I would just hear the Office theme song go, and I was just like, I'm not going to watch you now. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Even though I know it was kind of funny, and I've seen episodes, and it was pretty
I'm
good.
Sure I'd love it, but I just, there's something there.
The US version, not talking about the UK version.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But documentaries, I think they are...
Also, fucking Blue Planet is my favorite of all time.
Oh, yeah. Like, we're doing Planet Earth, too. I think we might have said that.
We're watching that right now, and it's great. Mm-hmm. Super high-quality video right now.
Also, I mean, I know Leo's was kind of like a promo. Like, documentaries now are like a promo for, like, these people's projects. Like, we watched the Minimalism one, and that was about their fucking...
The Hugging Boys.
The Hugging Boys about their fucking book. And then we had Leo's, which was like for The Revenant. Like it was
still good though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Probably the best like climate change one, or like biggest one I've seen since Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah.
But I know there's a lot more out there too.
And someone asked if we had seen Cowspiracy yet, and we haven't. I mean, I'm sure it's just gonna further like
I know like the terrible footage and stuff, and I know like what's going on in the meat industry.
And I feel good not at all fucking with dairy and meat right now. Like I'm feeling
great. I could watch that, but I also I know what the message I'm gonna receive from that is.
I still want to watch it.
Yeah.
There's a lot right now that I haven't watched yet that I really want to watch.
Yeah, we still want to watch the 13th. We haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, I really do want to watch that one.
Okay, so the last question for today is from Taylor, who said, if you were both on special episodes of Chopped and you got to pick the other person's basket ingredients, what would you give them?
Oh, so like picking it for you because you hate these things.
Yeah, or like they'd be hard as fuck.
Yeah.
And like I feel like we've done something similar to this, but
I'm always here to theorize about Chopped. I'm here for Chopped discourse. Okay, so if I were doing mine for you, I'd put olives in there.
Fuck you.
The Kalamata, not even pitted. You gotta pit those fuckers yourself, bitch.
God damn it. Why are you doing this to me?
So, Kalamata olives, fuck. I would probably put, like, what is the most horrible, difficult fish to dismantle,
Oh, yeah. Whatever that is. Like,
the hardest fish to, like, bone or something.
Well, I'm killing the judges then, because, like, I'm gonna fuck it up.
It's not good. I would say, some extreme fish. What is it, 4 or 5? 5 ingredients.
No, it's 4. It's
4 ingredients, 5.
3 rounds. I don't know. No, it's 4 contestants, 3 courses.
We don't know.
Who knows?
Wow, secrets revealed. We're not even
We
Food
are
Network
Food Network
stands.
trash.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, just pick like 3 or 4. So you got the olives.
I would say a can of creamed corn because it's fucking horrible.
Well, I could handle a corn, you
And
know?
like you always have to have one chopped ingredient that's like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I would say like fried grasshoppers.
Huh.
You know, something buggy.
Buggy.
And something that's time consuming like mussels. Like you gotta fucking get them all open and everything.
Okay.
Or like clean them and scrub them. Like that'd be a pain in the ass.
For you, I'm going to give you a bottle of store-bought ranch dressing.
You know.
Yeah, I know. Overcooked chicken.
Just chicken.
Just chicken. Just chicken in general, because I know...
I hate it. That canned chicken, just raw chicken.
Oh, fuck. Something sweet. Like
Something sickly sweet.
Yeah, really. Like Hershey's chocolate.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's not even good.
Put that with like ranch dressing, you know? What are you
ranch
fucking doing?
chocolate chicken.
Yeah, what the fuck? And then I guess I'll throw in something that I guess you kind of like. Maybe I'll throw...
No, not like. It's
not
just something
like,
that's not great.
or not hard to handle. I'll put in like a loaf of some type of bread, you know?
That's so lame.
Well, you know, it could be a difficult...
I don't like rye bread.
Okay, let's do a rye bread.
I could make it work, but I'm not here for rye bread. Those little fucking seeds of distaste.
Okay, so that's pretty fucked up baskets, I'd say.
What would you make out of your ingredients?
Oh my god.
Because I would probably make like grilled chicken fucking sandwich with a spicy chocolate sauce.
Oh my god, if you do like a chocolate coffee crusted chicken with
or
like a
chocolate spicy, like not a rub,
Mexican chocolate kind of like...
Yeah, I would go for more of like a, you know how like a barbecue chicken,
yeah,
but like with chocolate as a sweetener somehow,
and then ranch in there for
ranch. We would whip up with like some like chipotle something or other to make it more of like a aioli.
So
that was spicy, and then
olives,
on rye, just on rye.
Olives of fish.
Sounds great.
What else did you give me?
Creamed corn. That's a tough one.
I would drain the cream.
Yeah, and you'd rinse the corn in like one of those sieves.
Yeah,
you know. And so it would just be like a corn.
Maybe, I don't know. Like
ceviche.
basically make the fish, like bake the fish or pan fry it, pan sear it, and then like make some sort of like sauce out of like the creamed
like
corn.
a corn salsa.
Yeah. Ooh, good one.
With like chopped olives in there for salt brine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was the other thing I gave you?
I fucking forget already.
I don't remember. Either way, you know, just add that on.
Either way, I could never be unchopped because you guys hear about how many fucking times I chop off my fingers just in my own kitchen with no time
You're
limit.
absolutely
so, like,
the binge with like the surgical glove like hanging on by a thread, like trying to complete your
and
appetizer.
they're like, oh, we can't eat this because there was blood in here.
Yeah, literally.
So, that's me. I would never be able to be on that show.
I'm the one that's sweating perfumed. Perfume sweat. Sweat
Okay.
Odapuffum.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed your cup of coffee with us.
Yeah.
Mine's super cold now.
I am feeling better now, so I hope that I'm really not sick. And
Maybe
my
it's
body's
just
like,
allergies.
fuck you.
Yeah.
Alright, see you guys.
Bye.
Okay, Beachel Stinches. I'm trying to change it up like every fucking time. Like,
Yeah, it's fine.
Everything that we say. You guys are going to be, what is your paint chip color name?
The name.
Yes.
It could also be nail polish color, because nail polish has some weird... I used to have this nail polish that was like an orangey red, and it was called
red?
Push-Up Bra, and I thought
What?
I was like so fucking risky.
Wow.
Alright guys, so we're starting it off with Nicole Dowling, who is coal black.
Alicia McKee is Keyed Car.
Kimberly Proza is burnt sienna.
Sammy Jessam is Court Jester.
Kayla Harding is hard shell crab.
Alicia Schreiner is Shining Sun.
Bailey Lane is bale of hay.
Jackie Goldfarb is Golden Sunset.
Sloan Nolan is slow-cooked pork butt.
Of course. That is what Guy Fieri's entire house is painted with.
Yeah, true.
Sarah Booth is Ghostly Boo.
Megan Rackley is Eggshell.
A classic. Kate Convery is Conventional Blue.
Nothing risky about this blue. Taylor Collins is Called Coffee.
Emma Corbeil is Chicken Cordon Bleu.
Heather Ann is Heather Gray. We've all seen her.
Sloan 4 is Full Glass of OJ.
Angelica Feliz is Green Jello.
Sonia Vazbrun is Dolphin's Sonar Gray.
Amazing. Taylor Hancock is Handsome Olive.
Sabrina Hughes is Pickle Brine.
Fiona is Fiona Green.
We all
Somebody
know.
once.
Stephanie Oliver is Olive Juice.
Melanie Weldon is Welder Chrome.
Sylvia Ehrlichman Gross is Silver Springs.
You can be. Juanita Cara is New Car Smell. The paint. Like what?
Annie Wynn is Winter Ice.
Cassandra Lee is Sandy Shoals.
That's definitely like a level in Mario Kart or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Emma Nygren is NyQuil Blue.
Courtney Hall is Halloween Orange.
Becca Jansen is January Frost.
Angela Sue is Soothing Blue.
Michelle North is Northern Lights.
Erin Bray is Areola.
Jada Goshi is Jade Green.
Maya Elizabeth is the classic Meyer Lemon.
Ishbel Mendez is Bell Pepper.
Talia Miller is Millet Brown.
Kat Vallejos is Cat Whiskers.
Margarita is Margarine Yellow.
Avery Labelson is Ladle of Soup.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is Blossoming Daisies. Fuck.
Chloe Archer is Four Leaf Clover.
Anthony Hood is Hoodwinked and Bamboozled. With no idea what color that is.
Mariah Hanna is Mirage.
Liz Hallbrook is Babbling Brook.
Jennifer Habgood is Gouda Cheese. Or Howda.
That really changed my world.
That's the one thing I took away from working at Cheese World.
But it's fucked up because Gouda and like that's so Gouda. Like people say that as like a pun, and it's not even right.
Yeah.
Madison Greer is Greenfields.
Madison Wolfe is Wolfsbane.
Megan McNally is Spiced Eggnog.
Skylar Medley is Crystal Blue Skies.
These could also be like candles.
Yeah,
fragrances.
right?
Megan Preyes is Thoughts and Prayers Peach. Like what?
Corey Springfield is Apple Core.
Ilka is Illuminati Red.
Jax is Fresh Jackfruit.
Nicole Allen is Cold Winter Breeze.
Courtney White is Crest White Strip.
Bridget Carey Davis is Care Bear Stare.
Jennifer Cornwell is Shucked Corn.
Sophia Cock is Sofa Crumbs.
Ash Roselle is Dried Rose.
Jackie Burkhart is Burnt Cheese.
Beth Fonseca is Fondue Orange.
Love the cheese today. Jackie Brujulio is Glittering Jewels.
Christina Contreras is Crystallized Ginger.
Catherine Simpson is Simply Orange.
Marlene Naj is Lean Meats.
Oh my god. Ian Murphy is Murky Puddle.
Fitting. Rebecca O'Donnell is Buck Brown.
Kendall Berg is Iceberg Lettuce.
Allie McGregor is Aluminum.
Okay. Megan Gridley is Grilled Tilapia.
Chloe Ireland is Irish Potato.
Taco Roach is Taco Bell Meat. Questionable.
Haley Cadwalder is Cod in December.
What the fuck? Camellia Malky is Chameleon? You don't know what color that is, bitch. It's changing.
Maddie Pullman is Polar Ice Caps.
Amanda Marie is Praying Mantis.
Allison Francois is Koi Pond.
Caitlin Whalen is Whale Watch Blue.
Cody Robinson is Robin's Egg Blue.
Lauren Chavone is Shivering Frost.
Dana Daly is Flaky Danish.
My skin. Megan Wilson is Willow Tree.
Claire Wood is Wooden Swings.
Kelly Adams is Additional Raspberries.
Anna Hernandez is Anton a Log.
Jenna Gordonier is Gourds and Fall.
Sarah is Stairmaster.
Oh my god. Vlyn and Drew are Violin Strings.
Bridget Dubin is Mac Dupes.
Oh my god. Hillary Gay is Microsoft XP Hills Background.
We all know what we're talking about. Mackenzie Knight is Night Bus Purple.
And Rachel Evans is Evian Mist.
Perfect. And now the other beach bunches are the people at Home Depot picking out their paint chips.
And getting that swirly stick that you dip in, and then you're like, you have an extra one and you don't know what to use it. There's DIYs on Pinterest.
Yes, and you're also watching the paint be mixed with like the little drips of color being added, you know. It's fantastic.
It's great. We got Ashley Raifenberger,
Johanna Jensen,
Rebecca Edmondson,
Mallory,
Allie Malone,
Kathleen Wynn,
and Rose Barnett. So thanks, guys. We hope you enjoyed painting your new room.
Yeah, I expect to see
those crisp lines. Get that blue tape out.
Oh
you know?
My god, the blue tape!
It's got like a nice mouthfeel. No, it's got like when you peel it and it makes that like. That's an ASMR I'd be into.
Oh my god, painting ASMR
and like removing that fucking strip.
After the videos we found on New Year's Eve, I think that there's just about anything that you can find on YouTube if you really want to.
That's the slogan that should be on YouTube.
Did we have anything?
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.